Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very delayed Geeks of the Roundtable. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for a very active live chat. The Protagonist, Eric Thorpe, the Manician Scott, Geekly Goods is here. Leo, thank you for being here. Raj, Ricardo, and Anushka, thank you all for being here. So, you know how it works. We're going to get into the latest and biggest news topics, but we also want to answer your live questions. So if you have any questions, start throwing them in the live chat below. And if you want to guarantee your question is answered, make sure to donate to the chat via super chat. Or if you want to guarantee that we get 100% of your donation, check the tip link in the description below as well. Chat, thank you for being here, Ewan. All right, Zach, we got a lot of great topics, but something just came out.
This was a big week. This was a big week.
It was a big week.
And is it? Did you pray to the Power Ranger gods to do this? To give us all this news?
Oh no, I did not actually. But since you talked about them, let me show what I did a little bit to the set.
I love it.
Boom.
I love it.
Boom. All right, let me adjust
How long did it
the
take you
camera.
to collect all those? Do you have more Power Rangers back home?
I do, but those like older figures that I bought as I grew up whenever a new season came out.
Okay.
These are the ones I'm committing to this, you know. I want all of this wave. So I started collecting these, I want to say October, November last year, because there were already a few waves going out. Like they're currently at wave number 8 with a few specials and exclusives here and there. I don't have them all yet. I don't want them all. I'm just collecting like the actual Power Rangers, not necessarily the villains or the monsters. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, something just came out. The first trailer for Space Jam: A New Legacy is out, starring LeBron James, and I'm not sure if it's his actual son or someone playing his son.
I don't think it is.
Okay. And Don Cheadle. And the internet just exploded. Zach, I believe most people love this trailer. You have a reaction on your channel, so if you haven't seen Zach's reaction, go check it out. But you seem to go along with the majority of people. Most people are loving this trailer, so why don't you start us on this topic?
No. You're fucking.
You want me to start?
You're fucking starting.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to hear your thoughts on this.
I'm going to phrase this in a way so it doesn't seem like I'm hating on this, because I'm not. This is a really fun trailer. Okay,
yeah, this is Ready Player One.
This trailer shows me something I would be and I am very excited to see. I think it's a really bad Space Jam trailer, because all this trailer is LeBron James and a bunch of Warner Brothers properties. The Looney Tunes get one joke. That's it.
Okay.
And then they're just in the background. Then they're just kind of there, because this just seems to have that Ready Player One vibe, which again, I love Ready Player One. I'm ready to see that. It doesn't feel like a Space Jam movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like Space Jam. It feels like Warner Brothers doing Ready Player One basketball
Space
edition.
Jam.
You know, like you have the Mario game, Zach, and then you have Mario does the Olympics or something like that. That's what
Mario
this feels
Sonic.
like.
Yeah,
or Sonic,
Okay.
Mario and Sonic. That's why I didn't like this trailer very much, because
So you thought it was
just
fun,
don't think,
but you genuinely, as a Looney Tunes Space Jam trailer.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
As a Looney Tunes Space Jam trailer, it just
Because when you
didn't do it
said
for me.
when
It
you
disappointed
messaged me and said you didn't like it, I was like, what? How? But now, okay.
Yeah,
I guess I can see. I can see what you mean by that. Like I 100% get where you're coming from. Did you know that they were doing that before?
No, I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
I knew it was a lot, very much like computerized, and Don Cheadle was the bad guy, and the internet was
know
involved.
about the other things.
No, because the very look of it, like you see the worlds, you see him dropping from one world to the next. It is very much inspired by Ready Player One, or at least by how they did Ready Player One, clearly. So that's why it didn't sit right with me. I'm still looking forward to this film. I still love the first one. I still want to see what they do, and I know I'm going to have fun with seeing all these Warner Brothers properties together. I just don't think it will be a good Space Jam movie right now.
Okay, I get your worry. And you open up more of an... So I knew going in that they were doing this whole Warner Brothers thing. It leaked out a while ago that they were doing this. For the discretion of if people didn't see, I know a lot more of the characters that they're putting in this, so I'm not going to say who they are because it has been leaked out. So if you want to, go watch 3C Films. He's done a lot of videos on the leaks. And this was, last year. It literally leaked about some of the main DC characters coming in, or not DC, sorry, Warner Brothers characters. I associate DC with Warner Brothers, and in this trailer, I was like, okay, they're doing it. The one person I didn't expect to see in here was Iron Giant, which I was just like, at this point, it's like, Warner Brothers, just make the film with him. You've done 2 movies at this point with Iron Giant as a background character, and he's not in it. So, and I also thought it was cool. It was really cool how they put King Kong in the trailer, especially with Godzilla. King Kong. And it's the exact same one, right? That's the exact same
from Ready Player One. From Ready Player One. Yes.
So, I overall love the trailer. I will say I'm not 100%. I like the animation for Bugs Bunny and stuff in the 3D world, but I kind of wish they kept the 2D flair. That's just how I am. But I think there's a lot of fun in here, and I think as a trailer, it doesn't give much away. But I just hope they do keep that Looney Tunes antiques. I will say I'm not a fan of the Goon Squad though. That was the one thing I was like,
where are the Monstars? Give us the Monstars again.
Well, the theory was it was actually going to be Warner Brothers characters they were facing, and that's not.
That would
be
cool. That would be better.
And that's what I wish they were doing, like villains from Warner Brothers, say like Joker, Pennywise, stuff like that. That's what I was expecting, and maybe that's just because of that. But it's just like they just seem like generic.
We do see Pennywise in the trailer, though.
We do see Pennywise, yes. Which is one of the characters that I knew about quite a bit ago.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of characters. You just gotta pause and look. So, but
our friend Dave Lee is gonna have a breakdown.
Yeah, like
so you want to check out his video.
Our group chat. The Night King's in there. Like what?
Yeah, the Night King.
So I adored this trailer. I love the original Space Jam, but like I've said, I'm not that big fan of LeBron James. So like I wasn't that excited to see how he comes in.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about basketball, so I'm with you.
But this is my thing. Like, I just want to see the Looney Tunes. Honestly, like, that's why I had a big problem with the trailer, because they're in the background, just like any other Warner Brothers character. So I don't know, man. I hope we get more of this, because like one of my favorite films of all time is Roger Rabbit, and I want more stuff like. Do you like Roger Rabbit?
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. Who doesn't?
I just rewatched it earlier this year, and it still holds up.
I need to rewatch
with Brad Pitt. That's apparently.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that one too. I don't remember who, but somebody keeps asking us about.
It's
that
someone
one,
in the chat. I remember what you're talking
about. So. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. So if you're watching, let us know that it's you. But anyway, I dislike the trailer, but again, I'm going to send it back. I'm not going to send it to the dungeon, just because, again, it's a great, really fun trailer. It's just not a good Space Jam trailer. Yeah, I need to see the film. How about you, Zach?
I loved it, so I'm gonna knight it, man. I'm excited for this. I in the end of the day, I hope what you're feeling is not the actual film. Like, I hope it's still a part of it. What I'm hoping is that they held back, because I'm hoping that I feel like we're gonna go to a bunch of these different worlds, to be honest with you, in a sense, if that makes sense. And I wonder if the Looney Tunes are gonna play around in them. Like, could you imagine if, like, they own the Matrix, so could you imagine if we see Keanu Reeves show up and they film that scene on the Matrix 4? You know what I mean? And then just segue it in, and it's like Bugs Bunny has the glasses on or something. And there's fun things like that. Could you imagine if the Looney Tunes have to fucking deal with it? Like, just a small thing of them. Like, that's what I'm hoping for. I don't care about the basketball scene, to be honest with everyone. I care about what the Looney Tunes are doing. So that's what I'm hoping. Now, if that doesn't happen, I think it's a missed opportunity. I think it's a complete missed opportunity.
As long as the movie actually focuses on the Looney Tunes, I'll be happy, even if they don't actually play that much basketball. I just get that they're the main characters. But anyway, moving on to our first main topic, ladies and gentlemen, and hello to Billy's Blockbusters and good friend of the show, Tyler Van. Thank you for being here, Tyler and Billy. All right, let's move on to our first topic. A stacked cast has been announced this week for the Obi-Wan show. It's going to start shooting this month. in April. So a year from now, maybe a bit less than a year, we'll finally get our Obi-Wan show. If you follow the show for any period of time, you know me and Zach are absolutely excited for this show.
Is this your most anticipated one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Over, and then Ahsoka and Acolyte. Acolyte is only third because I don't really know who's going to be in it, who stars in it, etc.
But once they start casting?
Yeah, it's probably going up. All right. But the Obi-Wan cast includes, of course, Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, who was announced at Disney Investors Day later last year, Moses Ingram, Joel Edgerton returning as Uncle Owen, Bonnie PC, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, but she is Aunt Beru, Kumail Nanjiani, Indira Varma, who are all theorizing is going to be Satine, Rupert Friend, former Hitman Agent 47 in the movies, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Sung Kang, Simone Kessel, and Benny Safdie. Zach, how does this cast make you feel? Did it surprise you in any way?
There was a couple that surprised me, honestly. But when the cast was announced, the first thing I honestly went to and saw was who's the last guy that you said? Who was the last one you said?
Benny Safdie.
Benny Safdie. That was the first one that popped up. I was like, oh my god, Benny Safdie? And then I started actually looking, and then I saw Kumail Nanjiani, and then I saw O'Shea Jackson, and then I saw the ones that we'd already most notably seen, and then I saw Joel Edgerton, and I'm like, they're doing it. That's cool. So we are probably going to get a young Luke. I mean, we're going to see a young Luke in this.
I'm sure we will.
100%. For me, the thing that I'm excited about is because that one girl who's like, I think the fourth in casting, a lot of people were going, oh, is she going to be young Ahsoka?
Oh, yeah, Moses Ingram.
That is not. I think she is an Inquisitor. I think she's going to be an Inquisitor.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because
that'd be really cool.
I saw people posting about that, and then someone said, "Why would they just not DCGI?" What's her face for a small Rosario
Dawson.
Now I'm gonna give you an over or under. All right, hear me out.
Okay.
Over or under 60%. Flashback, Force Ghost don't matter. Qui-Gon Jinn shows up.
100%.
Okay, that's how I feel.
100%. Yeah. 100.
That's how I'm feeling.
Over 100.
That's how I'm feeling. But yeah, dude, and then Sun Kang, dude, Han Solo himself. So I want to know, like, who was the one that was you most anticipated about, my friend, and how excited were you for that?
Much like you, there was someone that jumped off at me as soon as I saw the casting, but it wasn't Benny Safdie, though I saw it and I was like, oh, cool. But to me, it was Joel Edgerton, who's one of the best actors working today, and I'm like,
he must have a bigger part, I feel.
For sure. Because I feel
like
be like a huge supporting character.
Everyone we see in here has to be a pretty big supporting characters, to say the least, because I feel like they wouldn't have announced them. Like a Qui-Gon Jinn showing up, they're not going to announce Liam Neeson's coming. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
or even like Ahsoka Tano.
Because Liam Neeson is going to be a cameo. You know, he's not going to be a big part.
Oh yeah, and that's where like I feel like with this, like it's the same thing with like if Ahsoka Tano is going to show up in here, they're not going to say Rosario Dawson's in the show.
Of course,
it's the same thing as like the rumors that Obi-Wan could potentially be in Andor, which would be awesome, but they're not going to say officially he's in it until we see it. Those rumors are so. It's the same thing with Mandalorian season 2. They never actually announced. Well, they announced Timothy Olyphant in the show, but it was a brief thing, and it was probably. And I think it was because it had already leaked out that he was in the show. But like the other ones, it's like let's keep it a surprise. So that's my thing. There's a lot of big. I mean, I'm so excited for this cast. I mean, at this point,
same.
Besides the Ahsoka show, this is my most anticipated new Star Wars thing they're doing. Just because it's something that's been in the making, and I'm excited to see what they do. Now, I'm just curious to see who are all these guys playing. Who's Rupert playing?
Okay, Zach, I'm going to give you an over-under.
Okay.
Because Rupert Friend and even Sun Kang himself, I don't know how it would make sense. I'm not saying it's going to happen, not saying I believe it myself, but I know you would flip out if this happens. So what are the chances? One of these people, one of these male actors, obviously it's not going to be one of the actresses, is playing Cad Bane.
Fuck, man, that would be awesome. I mean, maybe. Dave Filoni's
not even if he's in the show or not. But what are the chances one of these on this listing is Cad Bane?
Oh,
because even if none of them are, he could still be in the show.
I want to say Cad Bane and just in general. I don't know because I need to see Boba Fett's show because I really think he's in there. I really think he's the main villain. I actually think he's that main villain for Boba Fett's show. Yeah, or somewhat of an antagonist to Boba Fett. I'm not saying I know anything, or I've seen like some people hinting at that he could be, but for me, I think it's more of theories. I've just always imagined that like if we're gonna see Cad Bane again, it's gonna be a Mando or now this Boba Fett show we're getting. But don't get me wrong, man. I mean, he has his ties knitted in with this. Who says Darth Vader didn't hire him first? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
because I'm gonna be honest, Boba's gonna be like 20 years old in this. You know?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say I don't want to say he's in the show. I don't think he is. But I do think Rupert Friend and Sung Kang. I wouldn't honestly hear me out. I wouldn't be surprised if those four are actually all bounty hunters. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Benny, Kumal, Sung, and Rupert Friend, and even O'Shea Jackson are all bounty hunters in a sense. I because if you're versed in this era, if you've read the Darth Vader comic, Darth Vader had a lot of bounty hunters working for him at that point in time. It wouldn't, and say this was that first dream team that he brought about. You know what I mean? And what if Obi-Wan killed them all? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, sure. So, what if they're, and this is not going to happen, by the way, but what if they're the Bad Batch in live action?
Oh my god, dude, don't even get me started. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. But for me, what do you think they are? I'm going to say probably realistically they're not all bounty hunters. I think they're just all...
Yeah, but I think they're bounty hunters. That's what I'm going with. I believe that. But anyway, I'm knighting this cast very much. Yeah. How about you, Zach?
If I could, right now, honestly, I need this show. Like I need this show. This is the most. This is awesome. This is great. And then Deborah Chow, man.
That's another thing. That's another thing that leaves me excited for this. All right, everyone, let us know your thoughts on the casting of Obi-Wan. Do you have any theories about who any of these people is playing? Besides, of course, Ewan McGregor is playing Obi-Wan. Joel Edgerton is playing.
We're getting Darth Vader in his prime. That's the exciting.
That's the one part I'm worried about. But anyway, our second topic. Because it doesn't make any sense. Because they never met between A New Hope when Darth Vader says what he says.
But they mention it. They mention.
No, they don't. They mentioned that the last time they met, they were in Mustafar. That's what the line means. Well, maybe it's not open to interpretation.
I'm gonna fight you. What if it ends in Mustafar this time?
No, I don't like it. We gotta move on to our second topic. No, I don't want to. All right. Our second main topic, ladies and gentlemen, Godzilla vs. Kong is now out in select theaters for some of you lucky bastards and on HBO Max everywhere in the United States. And we're not going to spoil Godzilla vs. Kong, just to be safe. This time, next week, we can talk about Godzilla vs. Kong. This time, let's be careful.
Because not everyone's
the director. Yeah, but the director, Adam Wingard, of Godzilla vs. Kong, he has now been tapped to direct a Thundercats movie. I'm going to start with this one, Zach, okay?
Okay.
I think it's time. I think he's a good choice. I'm not saying if I was to do a dream casting and cast a director to direct a Thundercats movie, he'd be my choice. But after what I saw he did in Godzilla vs. Kong, I think this is very much up his alley. It feels right. And if you have never seen Thundercats, if you don't know what Thundercats is, don't watch the old classic 80s cartoon. I know that's unpopular, but it's true. Watch the 2011 show that only unfortunately had one season, but it's really freaking awesome. I love the animation in that show. The one thing I didn't like about this new Zach is that It's very confusing what Adam Wingard says. It says it's going to be a CG animation hybrid, but then doesn't talk about any live action elements. So to me, it felt a little bit like it's going to be all animation, but animation in the sense that The Lion King was, you know? And I'm not sure how I feel about that. He also took a little bit of a jab, like assuring people it's not going to look like Cats from 2019, so don't worry about it. But I'm really excited about this.
He needed to say that. I'm sorry, he needed to say that.
I really like the Thundercats. I think this is exciting news. And the dude has like a 200-something pages script that he wrote when he was a kid and still has it, apparently. So that's exciting. How are you feeling about this, Zach?
So I'm going to be honest, I was never big into Thundercats growing up. Mm-hmm. It wasn't my thing. But, you know, from what I watched, I liked. I love Adam Wingard. But what's he doing first? Face Off or this? That's now my thing.
What do you want him to do first?
Face Off.
Really? Okay. I would say Thundercats for sure.
The only reason is I think Thundercats has the potential to still not be great. You know what I mean?
For sure, but so does Face Off.
And you're not wrong on that. I just think Face Off isn't. I don't want to say an easier thing to do, but something I would rather see him do. I would rather see someone else tackle Thundercats. If I'm being honest, not that he's a bad choice. Don't get me wrong. I think. Yeah. I mean, he's gonna kill a Thundercats movie. The thing about Adam Wingard right now, the last couple of years, you know, the last film I really liked of it. I mean, I love Godzilla versus Kong, but part of that film does feel a little bit studio made. Like you can tell a lot of stuff.
The scripts specifically.
Well, I don't even think it's the script's fault. I think it's an editing fault. There's a lot of stuff coming out. Yes. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of characters that were cut out completely. I just, the one thing that does feel like a studio thing is it seems like, because when Godzilla King of Monsters ended and all those different Titans were there, I expected them all to show up in here and Godzilla killed them all. Yeah. That's the weird thing that probably. I still feel like
I didn't mind them not showing up, to be honest.
I mean, I didn't care, but I don't know. I think there was a bigger ambition that you could have done there, to be honest. But I don't blame Adam Wingard. Him making a Thundercats movie makes me worried that, like, because it's Warner Brothers too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that worries me.
Maybe they learn their lessons. Maybe they hear the criticism. But anyway, what's your verdict, Zach? Are you knighting or
I'll knight it for now. It for now. But it's not like I need to see more.
I'm knighting it as well. All right. Speaking of Warner Brothers and doing shit they shouldn't, Warner Bros. I mean, one of these they should have done a long time ago. They shouldn't have even greenlit this one in the first place.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am. Warner Brothers has decided to cancel the New Gods movie from Ava DuVernay and Tom King and their Aquaman spin-off, The Trench. Now,
they blame Zack Snyder.
No, I blame Warner Brothers.
I know, but Warner blames Zack Snyder pretty much.
Yeah. The Trench should not have been a thing at all. The Trench should not have been even a thing that they greenlight. The New Gods, I think it's a shame. Especially due to their reasoning, Zach, because they're canceling this because Zack Snyder used Darkseid. I mean, good on you, Warner Bros. It's not like you're going to have 3 different Batman in 2 different movies next year. So, makes total sense what you're doing. Besides you wanting to dive deep into the multiverse and then you do this. I'm genuinely kind of pissed about the New Gods being cancelled because the New Gods could very well have been Warner Brothers' response to Marvel's The Eternals, which is my most hyped MCU movie at the moment. But yeah, man, again, The Trench, couldn't care less about it. Good thing it's gone. I don't give a shit. Shouldn't be a movie. It's a great place to visit in a movie.
That would have been a cool HBO Max thing. Like a little HBO Max horror film.
No,
I don't hate that.
No, I feel it's a fun place to visit in one scene, or to go down there several times throughout another movie, a movie that focuses on something else, but it is not a movie in itself. So again, don't give a shit about The Trench. Die slowly and die forever. But the New Gods, it's a shame. How are you feeling on both of these, Zach?
Okay, the trench, I think there was cool aspects you could have done to that. My theory for a trench, I didn't care about exploring the trench, but I always thought, hey, if you want to do a Deathstroke movie, have Deathstroke protecting cargo or something on a ship that they're moving, and the trench is a part of that, and those creatures come out, and seeing Deathstroke just slash through them would be pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, I didn't really care about that one. I never thought it was actually going to happen. Mm-hmm. New Gods, I actually thought was going to happen. Okay. I genuinely think this is such a fucking letdown, and honestly, I think Ava's probably pissed. I don't think Ava works with Warner Brothers again. I'll call that right now. I don't think she is. And
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
From her tweet, it sounds like she was caught off guard.
Yeah,
I think she was told that day that's hey, we're canceling New Gods.
I don't think she was told even. I think she found out like we did,
which is terrible. And I think they're blaming Zack Snyder, but can I be honest? They weren't going to do it. That's just the truth. They weren't going to do it. I don't think it's Zack Snyder. I don't think it was. I think they're using that as a coy. You know what I mean?
They're using an excuse. Yeah, a scapegoat.
But it's not, because the thing is, New Gods was announced like 4 years ago almost, and they just never talked about it again. How many DC films have they announced and then never talked about again? There was that
over half. Over half of the ones announced haven't been made.
Yeah, it's that Steven Spielberg movie too that they said he was going to do, and then he never did.
Yeah.
No development, no nothing. Now again, COVID, stuff like that, but that was in 2018. There was literally no movement on that movie at all.
Nope.
And as we've seen in COVID, you can move a film along. There's no stopping you. You can cast, you can write scripts. I mean, the thing we learned during COVID is a lot of these I can't wait to see the Marvel shows coming next, because those ones all got time to sit on a script and you know what I mean? We're like Falcon, Winter Soldier, all the ones that were already pretty much done, they're done. There's no going back on those. I don't know a lot about New Gods, but from what I do know, you're right. This would have been the Eternals. I think this would have been a mix of kind of their next big fantasy thing. This could have been. Yeah. You could have said.
I mean, they come from the same guy. They came from Jack Kirby.
So I hope Ava gets to do. I hope Marvel's like, hey, you want to come over here and do X-Men?
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, like dude, seriously, like, you gotta imagine Kevin Feige is sitting there like, you gotta think he's like, well, they're not gonna use him, we should, you know. So I'm genuinely saddened. I think it's dumb. I don't even get the their reason. They didn't even have a reason. They just weren't gonna make the movies. That's all it was.
Yeah, I think so too, because it feels like typical Warner Brothers. Because again, half of the movies they've announced throughout the past few years, more than half of them have been canceled.
That's why, can I be honest? I don't think we'll get Thundercats. I don't think we'll get Thundercats.
But now that you bring that up, we very well could not get them.
Or even Face Off. I think they're doing the Face Off film too. I don't know.
The Face Off, I think it happens. I think it's more the DC properties specifically are the ones that they seem to treat the worst. Which is weird.
They're reactionary.
Potentially, it would be the ones that make them the most money if they committed to it. But anyway, I'm throwing this one due to again, don't care about the trench, but due to the New Gods cancellation, the potential of that, I'm very much throwing this in the dungeon. How about you, Zach?
I'm gonna shit on this thing. I mean, can I shit on it?
You can, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna shit. It's something new we're doing. I'm gonna shit.
All right.
Maybe this is why I didn't get a Godzilla song screener until really late.
Our penultimate topic, ladies and gentlemen, and this was meant to be the biggest, the main topic, if not for something that came out yesterday. But Netflix just struck its hugest deal up until now, I think, Zach. For $450 million. Netflix has bought the rights to Knives Out 2 and 3. And Knives Out 2 is going to start shooting this summer in Greece. And so expect a casting announcement imminently.
Do you think the cast is already done? I think it is.
I wouldn't say it's already done, but it's got to be like 80% done. Like, the pen and paper has got to be like 80% done.
This is, first off, when this news struck, I was like, "Fuck yeah, Rian Johnson! Fuck yeah!"
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
I do think he only does 3, and that's it. I think that's it. I don't think he does a 4th or anything. I think we get 2. I think we get 2 filmed this year. Comes out next year. He records and makes 3 next year. I think both scripts are done, to be honest, as well. I think that's probably
I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't count on it. I think he's worried about one script, and he's worried about making this film and getting all the kinks and fine tuning it. And after that, he'll worry about the 3rd.
You think? Okay.
I think so.
But yeah, I think he has at least as an idea, though. I mean, because
sure. He has like the premise.
And the thing is, this isn't even just production. This is just the rights. This is just the right to have it.
Yeah.
So what studio was it before? Searchlight?
Lionsgate. I thought it was Searchlight. That's why when you sent me the news, I was like, what? How was Disney selling this? Because I thought it was Searchlight, but it was Lionsgate.
I wonder why Lionsgate decided to sell it. Do you have any theories
for $450 million, I would sell a lot of stuff, Zach. I would sell you.
Would you sell your Power Rangers collection?
Yes, because with $450 million, I could buy them over again.
So,
dude, it's $450 million. So that's more than Avengers Endgame made on its opening weekend.
I wonder if... Because Lionsgate announced a new one, right? They said they're doing a sequel. Or was that just Rian Johnson that said he was doing one?
No, so it was Lionsgate, because he was going to do it, but he needed the studio backing, so Lionsgate was going to...
Because I was curious, I'm wondering what the difference is on that. Like, what... what happened? Like, did Lionsgate just... I know it's a lot of money, but, like, that's potentially money for them. Because what did the first movie make? Let's see what the... And the first movie was critically praised, so let's look up the first movie. What do you think the first movie
The best script... I know it was a success. Tell me the budget. Tell me the budget of the film. Don't tell me.
Budget was $40 million.
$40 million. So I'm thinking it made... It was profitable, so I'm going to go with...
worldwide. We're doing worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide. 160 million.
Not even close.
More?
$311 million.
Nice.
It was 165 and domestically, 146 internationally. That's
okay.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
That's why I'm shocked that Lionsgate didn't want to do it. I know we're in a weird time right now, but like Lionsgate didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Like that's money. I don't know about you. Did you know anyone that didn't like the first Knives Out and didn't really want a sequel?
Dominic Scott thinks, he always tells us in the chat, he thinks the first one is fine. But again, that's not disliking the movie.
No.
I don't know of anybody who disliked it. Like, I'm sure the people who hate Last Jedi just because they hate The Last Jedi didn't like Knives Out.
So you think the budget will be higher this time? Or do you think it's $40 million again? Or around there?
No, I think they give him more budget, but not too much. I'm thinking 60 to 70 million.
But $450 million for 2 films. It's weird to me. Like I don't give a fuck. Netflix, hell yeah. I just hope I still get physical media for these movies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because if there's a trilogy, I need to have all 3 films.
Oh yeah, or else I'm gonna bootleg it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. This is a super night for me. Super night. This is sensational. It's very exciting. How about you, Zach? What's your verdict?
Super night as well, man. I am genuinely interested, but I'm just excited we're getting more. You know what I mean? Like, if Knives Out was at Warner Brothers, dude, would we be getting a second one? Probably not, but...
On HBO Max for 30 days, and then it leaves.
So my question is trilogy still happening or not? I know... Like, a couple months ago we talked about it. He said he's still doing it. And he genuinely said it. It didn't seem like he was like, oh, I'm doing it. Like,
I think so. I think so, but it's going to be a while.
You think Disney's sitting on it to just be like, all right, let
him worry about Knives Out 2, and then when people like that one, we'll announce that it's officially happening. I think that's probably their thought process right now.
Because I do.
All right.
I still want it so bad.
Me too. I want anything Rian Johnson does.
Same. What's your favorite film of his? Besides Last Jedi?
Looper.
Okay. I haven't. My girlfriend bought me Brick a while back. I need to watch Brick.
You haven't seen Brick?
No, I haven't.
Do you like Cowboy Bebop?
Yes, I love it.
You're going to like Brick.
Okay. I'm excited.
You're going to like Brick.
All right. Would you say it's his second best, or is?
It's his third best, but all his movies are really strong. Because I would put Looper and right after Looper, Knives Out, because I think Knives Out is probably his best script.
Because that's what Looper, he's a great actor and a great writer.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then Brothers Bloom, which is still great, would be the bottom one for me when it comes to Rian Johnson.
What's that? I didn't know he did that.
It's Adrian Brody, Mark Ruffalo, Rachel Weisz. Yeah, it's a heist film.
What? It's on Blu-ray. Oh my god, it is. I'm gonna buy it right now.
Is it Adrian Brody? I know it's Mark Ruffalo and Rachel Weisz.
Adrian Brody.
It's Adrian Brody.
This?
Okay.
What?
Yeah, he did.
I'm ordering it. I'm fucking ordering it.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our final topic, ladies and gentlemen. If you know the channel, both mine and Zach's, you know we're very much into this next topic. HBO's The Last of Us. So we're back to Warner Brothers, technically. The Last of Us will have a massive year-long production. It's meant to start shooting this June this year, and it's going to only end on July. So they actually gave a specific day, I believe, but it's going to end on July 2022. So look, we're not getting the show until 2023, unfortunately.
Or the end of 2022.
Yeah, if anything, we get it around Christmas time, holiday time, in 2022. This is weird. I genuinely cannot tell you guys why I think this is taking so long. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's extremely weird for a show to have a year-long shooting schedule. Maybe they're pausing it because of COVID here and there, and Pedro Pascal, I was going to say Pedro Ramsey and mix both of the names. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey both have other commitments, and they have to bow out here and there, so maybe that's why. But this is insane. My proposition, however, Zach, and tell me what you think about this. Do you think they could be shooting like 2 seasons of the show already to have it ready?
So that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I think they're doing both parts. Actually think that I think they might be, because Bella Ramsey is older. You know, you can make her look younger and then do a second season easily right off the bat. But the way they've talked about this, I don't think they're doing part 2 yet. I've seen some people think that maybe
No. I think you could very well do the first game alone in 2 seasons. And it wouldn't be stretching.
And they said they're adding more, which makes me excited because there's a lot of stuff they cut from that original game that they've talked about that they always wanted to add it back in. A lot of stuff with Tess and Joel that they never really dove into. And a lot of stuff with Ellie too. Because you got to imagine, there's probably going to be 1 or 2 episodes that's Ellie's backstory when they show the add-ons. So, for looks of this, because Last of Us isn't Game of Thrones size stuff, but Last of Us is a gigantic world with a lot of world building. So Game of Thrones, just for context, takes 10 months to film to a year. It does take, but that's without COVID. I think part of this is a lot of things. I think part of it's COVID. I think part of it is Pedro's a busy fucking guy. And I'm sure they had to work around his Mandalorian schedule, because Mandalorian's supposed to film August. No, wait. It's supposed to start filming anytime, I think in March now we're in April, in May. But the thing, because they're taking over the Boba Fett, either they're taking over the Boba Fett or the Andor set. I can't remember exactly, because they have 3 of those special sets now.
I think they're taking over the Boba Fett one.
Okay, so they're taking over the Boba Fett one, which Boba Fett, I think, is pretty much done. So they're probably gearing up to go into Mandalorian Season 3 right now. Or for all we know, they're already fucking filming it at this point. We don't... I mean, Star Wars is so good, we don't know when they're filming whatnot. But, I mean, you don't need him on set for Mando. You need him on set for here and there for certain episodes. I would assume probably the first one, depending on if you do a time jump or not, which is probably going to have to, because the whole Cara Dune shit. And then just here a couple episodes here and there. But... for the most part, you just need his voice. I'm with you. I think they're filming 2 seasons. I think they're genuinely filming 2 seasons for this show. I think they know we have a script. It's knocked out. Let's just do both seasons. We know it's going to be a success no matter what. So let's do it. I mean, look at the Lord of the Rings show Amazon Prime's been filming. They've been going for, almost a year now? Now, again, COVID stopped them, but take that away, they've still been going for more than a year, and that's only genuinely 1 season. So I think they're going to do, I think it'll be an 8 to 10 season show, 2 seasons, and then if they're great, they're going to do a part 2.
Last of Us Part 2. Where do you think the first season ends? If they're going to break the first game in half,
I know when they do it.
I think I know what you're going to say, and if they do the first game in 2 seasons, I think that point is going to be a little over half. So I would do it first. But tell me what you're going to say. I think I know, but then
you know which one I'm going to say when he falls on the spike.
Okay, I was going to guess that,
for my parents, they're going to see that and be like, "Oh my!" Because when you played that game, you thought he died. I mean, that's genuinely what you think.
I did. When I played the game and I got to that part, I was playing for the first time, and the only trailer I had seen for Last of Us Part 2 only had Ellie in it. Yeah. So I genuinely didn't know that Joel survived. My thing is, however, and I agree with you, but if they are going to do the first game for 2 seasons, I think that's a little bit too late to have half and half. So my guess would be that it breaks apart after Ellie runs away, and then Joel and Tommy go after her.
Maybe. So I'm going to be honest. The way I can view it is if they do this 2-season thing, or maybe it's not even 2 seasons. Maybe they say, "Hey, here's the first 8 episodes. We're taking a break. It's going to be 16 episodes first season." One season, because from what they've been saying, it's a mini series. But we know if it does good, they're going to do a second one. That's how HBO does. So maybe it's genuinely 16 episodes, and I could see Last of Us being 16 episodes, hour each, hour and a half each.
They say it's gonna be a mini series because then Last of Us Part 2 it's another series, so it's a completely different series. So it's not the same.
So maybe that's what they're doing, and maybe they say, "Hey, couple months off," and that's where it ends. Because what I could see them doing is not coming back right to that. They could be coming back and do the Ellie stuff, do 2 episodes of Ellie. The add-on, and then you genuinely get into the other things, because I know that is very much towards the end, but you could easily spend time with that David character. You could give David more development. Could you imagine building more up to that tension that David is what he is?
Do you have I know I sent you a fan cast for David because the guy just looks like him.
Yeah,
but I have another one.
Who?
I have another one, and I think if the show got this actor, it'd be huge, and this dude would kill that role.
Who?
Edward Norton.
Dude, oof, yeah. It's so hard for me to guess who now, because Pedro was never
for sure
in my eyes. Same with Bella, I love them both.
Gonna be happy. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy with whoever they cast. The idea just popped out to me, and I'm like, ooh,
I think the next casting we're gonna get is Tess. Damn. I think we're getting Tess next.
Yeah, that would make sense. Do you have a fan casting in mind?
Angeline Lilly. I think Angeline Lilly.
That's good. That's
who
really
I've been
great.
saying.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll get it because of Ant-Man. But that's. I think they're gonna go again. It seems like this casting is gonna be. I think we'll get one big actor like an Edward Norton. I will say though, I've always thought about Troy Baker doing David. I think that would be a little bit of a cool.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Now the thing that's gonna be cool,
or if Troy Baker does Tommy.
Yeah,
it looks like Tommy.
Yeah, but Tommy's probably another character they're probably gonna cast soon too. The one character, and I think I'm gonna say this right now: whoever plays the Doctor at the end, they're gonna cast someone semi big. I think for that one.
Yeah,
and
I think so too.
And I'm genuinely gonna. Yeah, and I'm.
By the way, don't spoil anything because Bruna might be watching.
Oh, I won't.
Bruna might be watching.
But
so
I
don't
think
say anything about part 2.
I think the Doctor will be big. But yeah, and I see Patrick Burrows in the chat. He just said Tessa.
Yeah,
Laura Cohen, Tessa. That's great.
Lauren Cohen, yeah, that's
Justin
great.
And
Jonathan
Michael
Thompson.
Shannon. Yeah.
Michael Shannon as David. Jonathan Thompson. That's a good call.
Great.
That's
Eric
a really
Thorpe,
good
Justin
call.
Theroux. That's a great one too, man. This is
be good.
Again. If Batman's my most anticipated movie of all time, this is my most anticipated show of all time.
Yeah, this could very well crack my top 5.
This is... If it's... I'm going to tell you right now, I don't see this being crap. There's no way...
With the creative forces behind it, I don't see it either. I trust... So far, I trust everyone involved in this show.
Yeah, and the cast, man.
Yeah.
Pedro
all right,
Pascal.
So we're both knighting it. I suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
And, I have a theory for the first episode.
Okay.
I think the first episode will take place all from Sarah's point of view. Just her normal day, getting to know Tommy and Joel, and then that night is...
Yeah.
It ends right as they're about to leave the house. And then the next episode is that. I mean, you can really...
I think it ends with them getting shot, but it cuts and you don't find out what happened until the next episode.
Now, I'm going to ask you, do you think they change anyone? Any deaths, any things like that? The only one I could see them is keeping Tesla alive longer, because that was originally their thoughts.
That's what I was gonna say. She could die at a different point, maybe. By the way, I have another fan casting, and the actor I'm going to mention is someone you know. I'm just not sure if you're going to know him by name, but to play Bill, you gotta cast Bill Camp. Because he's the exact guy.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Camp has got... If you've seen Queen's Gambit, he's the guy who teaches Beth Harmon to play chess. He's got to be Bill. He's got to be Bill.
Dude. Oh my God. You know what's funny, though? So, Bill Camp kind of looks a little bit like Hans Zimmer in a sense. In a little bit of a way.
Yeah, like he does. He does.
So, dude, I was watching Passing, that film at Sundance that Rebecca Hall directed. With and he's in it. And I'm texting my group chat with Griffin and Tyler. I'm like, oh my God, Hans Zimmer's in this. And then he starts talking. I'm like, wait, that's Bill Camp. I'm fucking idiot. It was so awkward. Because
I never thought about that until you brought it up, that he does look like Hans Zimmer.
Him, man. So much like him. But, dude, that's great casting. God. Can we get this right now? Dude, honestly, like, I would love to work on this. I would love to work on this show.
Oh, yeah. Same.
Just... Pedro, I love Pedro Pascal so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to your live questions. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And let's start with Anushka, who asks, Batman or Iron Man, who is richer?
I think they've said this. I think it's Batman.
I think it's Iron Man.
Let's see. Who's richer?
Because Batman owns Wayne Enterprises, but you never exactly know what Wayne Enterprises does. Batman? Okay.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
What? Do you know who's the richest out of all of them? Even over them.
Lex Luthor?
Nope.
Maybe? No? Nope. Is it Marvel or DC?
It's Marvel. He's in the movies.
Doctor Doom. He's in the movies, so he's not. T'Challa?
Yep. Black Panther is the richest hero ever.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Also from Anushka, Ren, how do you make your logos thumbnail banner for your channel? I don't have any tips because I don't make them myself, unfortunately. I have a friend who's very good at it, who does it for me. So I'm very lucky. But Jared Buckendall has set up a company where he does like logos, intros, and stuff.
He does really good.
And he's really good. So if you can, you should check him out and ask him for something. He should be there. He should be there for you. I mean,
and he's not overly expensive either, guys.
He isn't.
It's fair. It's fair pricing.
Yeah. Hey, are you guys on iTunes or Spotify? You would definitely listen. Yes, we are. Zach, are we at the Good Boys feed? Correct.
Yes. I need to update the last few because I've been having issues with the feed. But I might just give it its genuinely own feed.
And I also know I didn't put it in the description this time, but stay tuned for this video, like when it goes up, like the entire thing, not when we're live, because I'm going to update the description and I'll have the links there. But thank you for checking us out there, John. Billy's Blockbusters. What microphone do you use, Zach?
I have like 5 mics. I'm obsessed with microphones. I like compact tiny ones because I have a Yeti. That's the main one I use. I have 2 Yetis. I have a Rode microphone that's for phones. Actually, you can plug in genuinely to a phone. It's handheld.
Okay, yeah.
So that's what I use when I go to Sundance. And then I have a vlogging one, which is like, I'm not joking. It's this big, but it was $200 originally, but I got it for like $80. Really, really good. Really, really good. Okay. I don't use. I use my Yeti the most. That it's the easiest one to use. Plug play because you use a snowball, right?
I use an Amazon's basic.
Oh, Amazon Basic. Okay. Yeah. I like that one. It's cool.
Yeah, it's really good. $15, so not too expensive. Yeah. All right. Nude asks, thoughts on the new episode of My Hero Academia, aka the real kickoff to the season? Lies. Last week was a real kickoff because we had a post-credit scene. We have a drill exercise for the class.
Week, right? There's no post-credit this week,
right?
Okay. I skipped.
I did not. No, it doesn't. It just has the preview. Yeah.
I didn't want to watch the preview, so.
Exciting. Very exciting. And for those of us who read the manga, we know it's coming. But I'm curious to know Zach's thoughts because he doesn't read the manga, so that basically last half.
Oh, so you knew about Hawk. You knew about Hawk.
I did.
Okay. So, wait. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm not going to talk spoilers, but that back half.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah. I was so confused. Like, what? I was like, this is a nightmare. And then, like, all for one, right? I'm saying it right. All for one.
Yeah, all for one.
Fuck it. If you didn't watch My Hero, you're not going to understand what the fuck I'm saying, so it doesn't matter. and I guarantee, like, Newt, you're probably the only person that probably watched it in here. So, what? All for one has
Big things coming, my friend. Big things coming. He has a brother who was the first man who received all for one for all.
Oh, see, I didn't get that. Oh,
yeah, that's the originator of One for All. It's his little brother. Now, who is his little brother? That's the thing. We don't know yet. I'm not going to say anything.
I don't know. This is exciting.
I don't know. I can say.
Can I say one thing though? I'm really liking that Todoroki and Endeavor are getting a lot this season so far, and it seems like they are going to be. It seems like those two are going to be some of the biggest characters because, for me, that was my one. I think season 4 is the best season so far, but my biggest conduit was there was no Todoroki really. He's barely in this season besides the side character, him and Bakugo for the most part.
Yeah, but from now on, you'll clearly see that they aren't exactly leads with Izuku, but they're like right under here.
Well, and that's fine with me because like last season it was really Deku, Miro, and Mirio. And then of course the side characters being Sue, Kirishima,
Sun Eater,
and then Unchako, how do you say her name? The girl who makes things float.
Uraraka.
So then you had those, and then All Might, of course, still being there. Season 3 was more Bakugo. It was more of everyone. Season 3 was more of everyone, but especially All Might. And then season 2 and 1, it felt like it was balanced, very much so.
Season 1, I think it was balanced. Season 2, you had a little bit for Tenya. You had the origin episodes of Todoroki and Bakugo, so I think it was also balanced. And there was a tournament in season 2, and tournaments in anime are always fucking awesome.
And that's my thing, because I feel like the other character that's also been kind of sidelined is the fast dude,
Tenya,
and it's kind of made me sad because I really like him.
It's James.
So. Yeah,
it's real
literally, it's real James. So it's just kind of it's crazy because it's so hard because I love every character in the show, and I've started to finally like Bakugo. Heroes Rising, man. Oh my! Yeah.
I'm so happy that you're into it now.
I genuinely fucking screamed at the end. That end, that's the. I'm sorry, but that's the best fight scene in the entire show. As of right now.
I still put I would still put All Might versus All for One and Deku with Eri versus Endeavor 1 and 2, but after that I would put that Bakugo and Deku versus Nines for sure. All right, Billy's Blockbusters. Are you excited for Marvel's Externals? No, I'm not. I don't know what that is. I'm sure you meant Eternals. Yes, 100%. It's my most anticipated MCU film. Very closely followed by Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. But after seeing Nomadland, knowing Chloe Zhao is nominated and she's going to win Best Picture, super excited. How about you, Zach?
I know she'll win Best Director, Best Picture. I'm still up in the air. I hope she does win. I'm going to be honest. I'm expecting a lot of weird things. But yeah, Eternals. Yeah, it's my most anticipated Marvel film at this point.
All right.
But don't get me wrong, guys. When I see that first Spider-Man trailer of Tobey and Andrew flying, you guys are going to see a grown man cry in my trailer reaction.
Tyler Van, good friend of the show. Do you think Hayden Christensen is a bad actor? No. I don't think he's particularly great, but he's not a bad actor. Awake is not a good movie, but it shows you kind of his chops. Yeah. Ricardo asks, what are your thoughts about the news of the new Powerpuff Girls live action this week about Mojo Jojo Jr.? No. Actual Mojo Jojo. They explain a little bit of his backstory too. Not a fan, because I expected him to be like a CGI creature, not a dude.
I think he's still CGI.
I hope so. If that's the case, I hope this dude, whoever he is, because I don't know the actor, has a great voice. Because as far as the Powerpuff Girls actual casting, that's the thing that got me, okay, maybe I'll check this out.
Breaking
and then
news.
This came out.
Godzilla vs. Kong overperformed yesterday. $11.6 million. It's heading to $50 million domestically.
All right.
That's way over.
That's way over, yeah.
30. Oh my god.
All right. Anushka asks, who is the main villain for this phase of the MCU? Like Thanos, not Thanos. Thanos was for the last. We don't know yet.
I think it's Kang.
Still don't know who it is. I think it's going to be Kang or Mephisto. Because we got. I think he could very well still show up ultimately, but I think we don't know yet. Like whoever it is going to be, we don't know yet. I don't think we've even met the guy or the girl who is going to be the main villain.
It was Agatha.
All right, Chad, what would you like the mystery to be centered around this time for Knives? I mean, it's going to be a murder. It's got to be a murder.
It's a donut inside of another donut.
Donut.
Oh, God.
Inside of another donut. Oh.
God, that's the best moment in the entire movie.
Oh, to me the best moment is, it makes no goddamn sense. Compels me, though.
I'm sorry, I think that's my favorite performance of his. Fuck James Bond. I don't get her.
Yeah. You're not gonna hear an argument from me. But yeah, it's gotta be a murder. Like, do you have any creative ways of how this next person could be murdered, Zach?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wondering what stacked cast are we getting this time? You know it's gonna be a huge cast.
Of all the things that people have made their listings, and in all these listings, whether it's the first name or someone in there, everyone is saying Adam Driver. So Adam Driver has got to be there. And he worked with Rian Johnson before, so I'm sure...
Dude, Mark Hamill for me. I want Mark Hamill in this.
Have the entire cast of The Last Jedi. Just be in the next Knives Out. And then for Knives Out 3, have the entire cast of Looper and Brick combined, because they're kind of small casts.
Also, Levitt. I hope Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in this one.
I wouldn't say in this one, but I want him to be in either 2 or 3.
I don't care. I wonder if 2 and 3 are going to connect in some way.
Benoit Blanc. That's the connection.
Well, other than that, I mean, like...
I don't think... I'm sure he'll reference, I was just at this house, and I solved this murder with Ana de Armas and Chris Evans, and it was
Do you think Ana de Armas is in it at all, or no?
No, I besides Benoit Blanc, I don't think anybody else comes back at all.
Okay.
All right, Anushka, hypothetical situation. You have to break the all-time blockbuster earnings with a movie. Choose 2 actors, 1 director, and the plot.
The plot is a tough part. I can give you
the plot is... The plot is the toughest part to come with, like, on the spot. If we had prep time, I'm sure we'd come with something. 2 actors. Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie. That's a sexy movie right there. And director... Oh... There are 3 directors I have in my mind right now. One of them is going to go out immediately only because, unfortunately, none of his movies so far have made a lot of money, even though I love all of his movies. The second one hasn't made like a big impact in terms of financial box office hits either, even though I love all his movies. So I'm going to go with Christopher Nolan, who has proved he can be a box office smasher. So Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie, my two favorite actors working today, actor and actress, and my favorite director of all time. Plot, I don't know, a sexy sci-fi heist movie that has lots of sexy moments between these two. I don't know. How about you, Zach?
Jake Gyllenhaal and Margot Robbie in a...
How dare you?
In a sci-fi western directed by James Cameron.
Oh, nice. He sure is a box office smasher. Oh, yeah. John Cena. He doesn't have a profile picture, so we can't see him. Are you excited for Peaky Blinders Season 6? No, because I don't watch Peaky Blinders. I'm actually waiting for Season 6 to be done, and then I will start from the beginning. How about you, Zach? Do you watch? I don't think you do.
Yeah, I watched the first 3.
You do?
I really liked it. But I stopped because I know this is the last one, and I didn't want to catch up. I'm just going to binge it. It's a great show.
All right. John Cena. Wonder Woman or Black Widow? Which character I like more? Black Widow easily. Who's the strongest? Obviously Wonder Woman. Zach?
I like Wonder Woman more.
Alrighty then. Now we had a jump. I apologize, everyone. Okay, we're here in the castings for The Last of Us. Any chance the Uncharted movie to be good? I really hope it's not bad. Yes, there's as much as there's a chance for it to be bad, there's as much a chance for it to be good. I need to see a trailer right now. I'm not excited, but I'm not unexcited, if that makes any... I'm completely in the middle. I'm completely indifferent at this point, but it's not the casting that pushes me either way. But yeah, there's a good chance it will be bad. There's also a good chance it will be good. Do you agree, Zach? Disagree?
It's gonna be mediocre. And I hate to say that. I hope I'm proven wrong, but
and for a video game movie, that's kind of a good thing. That's kind of a thumbs up.
I don't know, man. I'm in the minority when it comes to some of those. Prince of Persia, Warcraft. I love both of those. So
I like Prince of Persia a lot. Prince of Persia is great. Have you guys ever watched Blood Sea? No idea what that is.
No, same. It's an anime, movie, TV. Let us know.
All right. Ricard Salaviz asks, thoughts on the original soundtrack? Original sounds? He probably means the score. The score in the first episode of Shaman King 2021, so this is going to be a question for me, because Zach hasn't started yet. The Ryu theme was just the best place already in this premiere. Nothing jumped out at me, if I'm honest. Completely honest, nothing jumped out at me so far. Maybe the scoring in that opening scene, when we see the birth. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, nothing jumped out at me, which is not a bad thing, just I didn't notice anything. But I'm probably going to rewatch the episodes. How many times have you guys seen Godzilla vs. Kong? I've seen it 2 times now. I've also seen it 2 times. How about you,
Same.
Zach?
I've seen it 2 times.
Alrighty. Hey, Zach, what's that action figure standing in front of Baby Yoda and next to Mysterio? It's cool? Is it cool, Zach?
You tell me, Ren, who is this?
Oh, who is that? I don't know. Who might it be? It is the greatest superhero of all time. It is All Might. It's not a figure, by the way. It's a statue. But yeah. My Hero Academia, ladies and gentlemen. Watch it if you're not yet. What are some of your favorite Ridley Scott's films? I've actually never seen Gladiator.
That's his best one.
Dude, it's not his best one. It's his second best one. But it is my top 10 of all time. Blade Runner, baby. Blade Runner. Director's cut, specifically. Final cut. Blade Runner Final Cut. Gladiator. Oh, I need to rewatch Gladiator. It's been a while. Alien. The Martian is fucking awesome.
Can I be honest? I don't care for him. I
know you don't.
I really
Come on.
Dude, like The Last Duel, I can't tell you enough how sad I was when I saw he was going to be directing that. I hope it's a fucking great movie.
It is going to be a great movie.
I love Gladiator. I loved Prometheus. I loved Alien Covenant. I don't like Alien. I mean, okay, here's the thing. He's not a bad director.
Alien Covenant is pretty great. Forgot that one.
He's not a bad director. I'll say that. Like, he's not a bad director. I think it's more lately I've been soured by him. Besides The Martian. I just like when he does like all the money in the world and that one freaking
the counselor,
not king, the counselor, and then that other one with Christian Bale with the pestilence and stuff.
Oh, the Prince of Egypt movie. That's not the Prince of Egypt. Exodus, Gods and Kings.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. I like that one more than most people, but I get it. Black Hawk Down. Kingdom of Heaven sucks. I'm sorry.
Wait, I've heard the director's cut's really good for that though.
I've seen the direct. It's just as it's not like it's badly made. No, it's just I don't like it. It's completely average, below average movie. American Gangster is pretty damn good. Body of Lies is very underrated. I like his Robin Hood. I don't care what anybody says. So yeah, those are just a few. Patrick Burrow, how do you guys think the Mortal Kombat will end, and how do you think it will tie into the possibility of a sequel, continue a battle of Earthrealm, Netherrealm, and Outworld? I think it's going to end with Shao Kahn coming into the scene.
Yeah.
And
Sub-Zero dying.
The first Sub-Zero dying, because then there's the second Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Blood Sea is a 2011 anime series. Okay, I will keep that in mind then. Maybe it's on Netflix, because Netflix over here has got a lot of anime. Blade Runner better than 2049. No. They're on the same level for me. They're on the same level.
No.
One is not better than the other because 2049 doesn't have half of the weight it does without the original.
So, and that's the thing I will give it, is like I prefer 2049 100% more. I think it's a way fucking better film. But you are right. 2049 is nothing without that first film. Like that first film is so integral to the plot of 2049, which everyone failed. You all failed it. Yeah. I guarantee half of you guys in the chat didn't see it in theaters.
No, I think this community has seen it.
Let's see. Put it in the chat. I think this saw it in theaters.
Because I think this is people who watch our show and are involved in this film sphere. We are the ones that went to see it. I saw it 4 times in theaters. I watched it at a press screening. I watched it at a press screening. I watched it with Bruna. I watched it with my parents. No, I didn't watch it with my parents.
Did they all like it?
My dad really liked it. Bruna really liked it. My father showed me the original Blade Runner.
My dad despises the original. Do you think he would like 2049 if I had him sit down and watch it? Because I'm not big on the first film at all.
I won't say there's a strong chance, but he might. If you did, he might,
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a good chance he will.
Denis Villeneuve, best director working right now.
After Christopher Nolan, yes. Have you guys heard of some of the backlash about the new character in the new Mortal Kombat shown?
He's talking about Cole. There's backlash. There's things of why
because he's an original character. Yeah. Don't worry. Check out my theory video. He's not a random character.
They wouldn't just
Protagonists. Movie recommendations. Please watch and Andhadhun. I hope I'm pronouncing it. It's a Bollywood thriller, one of the best thrills of all time. Give it a watch. Thank you very much for a recommendation, The Protagonist. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and if I didn't, I apologize. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I believe Cole in the Mortal Kombat film is a long-lost memory child of Shirai Ryu, not a descendant of Scorpion, as Hanzo's son Satoshi and wife Irumi were killed by Sub-Zero. Yeah, I that's exactly what I say in my theory video. Not a son, but a descendant of Scorpion himself. An underrated Ridley Scott movie is Matchstick Man with Nick Cage. I've never seen that one.
Same, never seen it.
And it has Nick Cage, so there's no right reason for me to not have seen it, but I've never seen it. Any of you seen 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days? One of the most tense films I have seen in a while. No, never even heard of it. But Zach, yesterday I've watched one of the most tense films I have seen in a while.
What is it? Can you say
Shiva Baby?
Oh, you saw it? Yes. Did they get you a screener? Did they get you a screener?
No, they didn't get back to me, but it's out, so I watched it.
And you liked it?
I'm going to do a review, so I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to say this.
That's fine.
I'm going to say this, however. Okay. So a review will be up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that.
I am so happy you watched it.
But we don't have any more questions, apparently.
What's the movie of the week?
Oh, good movie. What did we recommend last week? I don't even remember.
Did we even give one?
I don't know. I don't know if you... Ooh, let me look at the stuff around me. Oh...
Guys, this is your chance to ask any question you want.
Oh. What are we going to recommend, Zach? I don't know. You know what? Tyler Venn has never seen it, so I'm going to say watch Gladiator. One of the greatest films of all time, the best performance given by Russell Crowe. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
the week
ago,
before. Yeah,
that was the week before because I recommended Batman and the
what was the main?
Zach recommended.
What was the main thing last week? I feel like we did do one last week.
I think so too, but I don't remember.
The main show last week was the Disney sets.
Was the delays? Yeah, the delays. But yeah, it's still nothing is kicking back into memory.
Nice Guys should have a sequel. Yes, it fucking should.
Yes. Netflix, why are you not buying Nice Guys?
That's another one. Dude, they could literally do that. Patrick Bro, who do you think the killer will be in Spiral from what I saw?
In Spiral I can't wait. So hyped for that movie. I may be biased as it. I did. I still feel the same way. I'm like, okay, I guess. Yeah. And I love the Saw franchise. You know I love the Saw franchise.
Do you like them all? Every single one of them?
I don't like Jigsaw.
That movie's fucking terrible. I stopped liking it after 3. I appreciate what they are. Okay. They're just not my thing.
Look, I'm not saying they're all good either, but I do enjoy the franchise as a whole.
Funny thing is, 2 is my favorite, and the main creative. I love to.
Disgusting.
You're disgusting.
I know, but your taste as well.
But what do you think? What do you think about this no Jigsaw in it? I mean, he's got to be in it. Come on.
I think it's a Jigsaw copycat. It might be that guy who's playing the partner, the Chris Rock's partner.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe what if it is Amanda? That'd be cool. No, but Amanda's dead. Nah, forget about it.
Hey, real fast. Do you know who's doing the score for Eternals? Don't look it up or anything. I just want you to genuinely...
I feel like I should know, but I don't. I'm blanking.
Okay, because I just saw who is, and I did not know this.
Is it Michael Giacchino? It isn't.
No. It's one of the most... He created one of the most epic themes for a show. Is it Ben
McCreary?
Nope.
Ramin.
Yep.
You know the guy.
For Game of Thrones.
It's Ramin. Yep. Okay, Jawadi or Jawani. Bro. That's awesome.
And then do you know who's photography? Ben Davis, Guardians of the Do you know who's the photography? It's Ben Davis, Guardians of the Galaxy. Freaking editing is the guy who did Zero Dark 30. The art director is Gray, who did Mission Impossible Fallout. Whew. Dude.
All right, let's take the Protagonists question as our last question of the day. I have another show, and Zach does as well. We have another show to do, so we gotta bow out. But Conjuring 3, thoughts? The name sucks. Apart from that, the director also sucks. And can we say what we know, Zach?
Yeah, it's posted on Twitter. There's a tweet. There's a guy on Twitter who, like, every couple of months, would delete all of his tweets because he's not supposed to tweet this stuff. But he sees like every test screening. Apparently it's shit. So let's just say that right now. Apparently it's not great. It's very generic. Honestly, it's probably gonna be on the scale of all the last few Conjuring films, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
which sucks. Yeah.
All right, one last question, because we didn't address this, but wouldn't you guys prefer to see Knives Out 2 and 3 in theaters? It is the only thing that disappointed. Guys,
you can.
The Trial of the Chicago 7 was in theaters one week before it came out on Netflix.
The thing is, guys, Netflix, all their big films like this, they put in theaters.
Yeah.
the week before or a couple weeks before.
Here's the thing though, because João being from Portugal, I understand this question from him, because in Portugal that doesn't happen, unfortunately. If it's going to Netflix, it's going to Netflix, and if it doesn't go to Netflix there, it takes a while to get into theaters. So we'd be waiting for Knives Out 2 for like 2-3 months before we get it. But just because it's going to Netflix doesn't mean it's not going to theaters. So that's the thing. Let's just not assume that that's the case. But yeah, anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. From João to Demanisia and Patrick, the protagonist, Tyler Van, Eric Thorpe, Ricardo, what else?
Everyone.
Who else?
Everyone.
John Cena, Chad, Anushka. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another edition of Geeks on Our Table. A little bit of a shorter show than usual. I apologize for that. Next week, we'll have the usual runtime. But up until then, you guys can find me and Zach everywhere. Our links are in the description. I will have reviews for Concrete Cowboy and for Shiva Baby tomorrow. Or
and
maybe
then,
today.
Are you
Shiva
doing
Baby
My Hero episodes or no?
I'm not doing My Hero episodes because my OCD demands that I do the seasons. So every week, and on Wednesdays, I started this week, I have the review for the first season up, and I will be reviewing the following weeks, season 2, 3, and 4. And I will also be reviewing every episode of Shaman King that goes up on Fridays, along with The Falcon and Winter Soldier. And we're also covering Invincible weekly. Yeah. But Zach, what do you have coming up in terms of besides all that TV stuff? I
have no idea. I haven't even looked at my schedule for this next week. I know Voyagers is coming out this week, but that's really it.
So I'm watching that too, because we're watching that quote unquote together.
Yeah, but that's it. I think that's it. So we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to both our channels if you haven't yet. You want to stay tuned for all the great content we got coming up. So till the next one, love each other and love the movies.